Yeah, there's my newest model. I'll get another one in a couple weeks. But here's the funny thing. I just got back from the Celebrity Edge. What's the Celebrity Edge most known for? It's known for the magic carpet. And I had so much stuff to do and so busy in a 7-day cruise, I never once got to ride the magic carpet. So I just wanted to go over some things quickly about the Celebrity Edge and tell you my likes and dislikes on the cruise ship. I'm still editing a bunch of videos. I'm trying to get them through. I had to loan my laptop out to my niece who's traveling, so she has a laptop for work. So I'm still going to try and edit all these, and I'm still trying to prep for my next cruises as well. I'm less than 10 days now. I'm on the Mardi Gras, and I have to get my testing done. I'm cat sitting this week. So much stuff is going on, trying to squeeze everything in. I'm having a hard time finding time to edit everything, but I'm trying. I really am. But let's talk about the things that I really liked and the things that I kind of had dislikes about, and we'll talk about the different sections. Now, the ship itself is beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. I was stunned that everywhere I went on the cruise ship, there just seemed to be something new to look at. Where it would be a full-size wall made of like flat screen TVs as an art form, and it would move like a jungle, and animals would pop up, or to every section having really uniquely designed chairs. There must have been 100 to 200 different types of chairs on this cruise ship. It just seemed to be designed for a visual experience. Everywhere you went, look at that. Look at that's beautiful. Look at that. Everywhere on this ship. And so if you're going on the Edge, you're going to see that. I imagine the Apex is exactly the same way. As far as dining is concerned, we did have a breakfast in the buffet. Buffet is being served. It's all open like it normally would be, except it's the staff that is handing you the food. You do not pick up your tongs and grab your own food. The staff does it, and you go and you sit down. So it is a buffet, it's just not self-serve buffet. That's still optional. One of the really good things about the dining on the Celebrity Edge is that they have 4 main dining rooms, and each one is themed differently. They all have their unique look, which makes it feel like you're dining in a specialty restaurant different almost every night. On a 7-day cruise, if you just go to the main dining room, you're only gonna, you might only have to visit one of those dining rooms twice during the cruise, right? It makes it seem much different than going into 2 big, huge rooms that are identical. It makes it feel like you're going to have a different dining experience, and they're themed a little different each one, and they're very, very beautiful. Again, we did try a lot of the specialty restaurants on this cruise. Some, to me, were less of a hit than others. But my companion and Tony, they liked almost every restaurant we went to. My personal favorite, if you're talking specialty restaurants, had to be Le Petit Chef. The food was really, really good. Came to us hot. Except for the stuff that was supposed to be cold. A lot of people are caught off guard. They have like a soup at the beginning, and it's a pea soup, but it's a cold pea soup. So keep that in mind. A lot of people, but you have a choice of, you can swap something in and out. You can get a French onion soup. It's not going to line up with the picture on the table. So yeah, it's just entertaining you have a little enjoyment to watch. It's something that it really keeps the kids amused, and guess what? It kept me amused and my guests amused. And they have 2 different menus, so if you book one at the beginning of your cruise and one at the end of your cruise, you're going to have two different experiences and 2 different shows. So that's why I like to do that. I did that one twice because it was literally my favorite. We tried the steakhouse. So yeah, out of all the specialty restaurants, that one was my favorite because I'm a kid at heart and I like cartoons. But you know what? I think my friend Alicia also, that tended to be her favorite restaurant as well. By far though, our favorite restaurant had to be Lumiere, which is the suite class restaurant. If you go to a spa class suite cabin, you get the blue restaurant, so I imagine it's very on par. But Lumiere was for the suite class, and I've never had a chance to eat. So I've had chances, I just have never done it. Whenever I was upgraded to a suite because something happened on the cruise or I got bumped into a suite, I never took advantage of the suite restaurants, because in my mind I'm feeling like I didn't really pay for that and I didn't really take advantage. I'm a buffet guy anyway. You know what the heck, I'm just going to go to the buffet. That's kind of my thing. I'm telling you though, the Lumiere restaurant really opened my eyes to what the possibilities are in the suite class. And I said it on a couple of my videos before, the number one thing that might make me change my mind about ever booking a suite cabin is the fact that that Lumiere restaurant was so good. Every single thing I had in that restaurant was cooked perfectly the way I like it. The service, the attention was there. It's included in the cost of your cruise because you booked a suite. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And even the breakfast, they cooked the eggs perfectly, and the bacon. Let's just go with that. It was by far my favorite restaurant on the cruise ship, and would be one of the biggest reasons I would ever go back to that class. So now we've covered the looks of the ship. We've covered the food on the ship a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the retreat, which since I talked about the class, I did book a Sky Suite. Suite was beautiful. It was large, huge balcony, felt so much room that I didn't know what to do with that much room. It was beautiful, absolutely perfect. No complaints about the cabin whatsoever. The beds were wonderful, easy to sleep, comfortable. Big, huge blackout curtains that were electronic. It had an electronic thermostat for turning the air conditioning on and off. Everything seemed exactly right in the Sky Suite, including the bathroom, double sinks, separate water closet, bathtub in there, including the shower. It was wonderful. The retreat upstairs, lots of area. It is up on top. They have one of the outdoor areas with the pool, perfect for sailaways, where you're at the highest point on the cruise ship. And you can do your sail away out of the cruise ports that you're leaving. It's private. There's not a lot of people running around. It's never noisy from any of the time we were there. They have an indoor area they play some very soft, mellow music, but not so loud that it could interfere with a conversation. I saw people going up there to work, people going upstairs to read books, and just look out at the ocean. And the retreat was absolutely beautiful. The manager there ran it. He was very nice. He gave us a quick little tour of the area and answered any questions we have. And it was really, really good. Again, another real good perk for booking a suite on Celebrity Cruises. That was another great area, especially if you like to get away from crowds and get off on your own in a quiet, mellow place. And you have your own private pool up top on the retreat for sail away. You can't really ask for too much more than that. Entertainment. Entertainment will be the interesting part for me. Now quickly, before I tell you some of my little dislikes about the Celebrity Edge, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button. Just click on that little button. You won't have to do it anymore. It really does help the channel. You'll just be notified of all the videos coming up, including the ones where I finally have a chance to edit all the stuff from the Celebrity Edge and the Mardi Gras and the Majestic Princess coming up very, very soon. I would really, really appreciate it. Now, the dancers and the singers were really good. They put on some very, very nice shows. I had a couple interesting things that I would say that is not for me, perhaps, and that is probably a very personal choice. Okay, so in this place that they hold little shows and the game shows and where you would do archery, they have a place. It's 2 levels. And one has a very low level with the ceiling over your head, and they have a couple TVs in there. That's the largest sitting area for this room. They have a bar there as well. And then they have a big flat screen TV along one wall. And then if you look on the other side, it has 2 levels, but there's these 2 pillars in the way as well. So for instance, when we tried to watch the Deal or No Deal game show, we had these big pillars blocking part of the screen where we sat. And I imagine it's the same way for any kind of show that's going on. Plus, if you go into the lower level, you basically have to watch the smaller TVs because you can't see the big screen because of the ceiling over your head. The same thing happened. The dancers came out and they put on a show, which was great if you could sit up front. But if you're sitting further back and everything, you may have some obstruction of your view, which I'm not a big fan of. I would rather a wider open area. For instance, on Princess, when they do the live dance show, they go in the piazza. It's completely circular. It's in the middle. There's 4 floors above that you can look down on. You can gather around the railings, and it's all open down below. Everyone circles around. This seems to be a little awkward. And I tried to watch some seminars in there, and I had that pillar in the way again, so that would be a drawback for me. Just a little one. Like, I still heard it, I still saw some things. It just was an awkward viewing experience. As far as the main shows in the main theater, they were very good. We saw a comedian who was great. We saw a magician who was great. We had a piano player, and we had a few. We had a singer on board, and we had the main troupe dance and singing cast on board, which were all good. Every show was good. My problem is the design choice that they took for the Celebrity Edge, where they have a stage that is sort of circular, like in a half moon backdrop. Beautiful, beautiful visuals. It's all television screen, like giant screen, projector screens, and they can change everything and make things happen in the background, change all the colors, and it looks gorgeous. That I loved. The stage, however, comes out like this and then into a big circle. And everyone is sitting around that circle, sort of thing. So a lot of the times, the closer you get, the worse your view gets. I like sitting up front, but there were times when I sat up front and the dancers move around while the singers are in the middle, and they're trying to, get around so everyone, no matter where you're sitting, will be able to see someone. Well, lots of times I'll have a dancer and they're right here in front of me, and I can't see what's going on the stage. They're that close to me. And if you sit further back, depending on where you sit, a lot of the times you're not facing really anything. You're facing the back of things. Not so much for the dance troupe and the main singer. However, for instance, when the piano player came on, we sat on the left-hand side, and we weren't all the way over to the left. We were about, I'd say, maybe 3/4 of the way, maybe, if that. And the entire show, all we saw was the back of the piano player playing the piano. That's all we saw. The piano player was on a rotating stage. They didn't rotate him. Literally, we watched the back of the piano player and we watched the band. The band was more entertaining than the piano player, who was the star, because how entertaining is it to watch 50 minutes of a back of persons doing this, right? Doing this. Imagine this is what you saw. for 55 minutes. You get my point there. And I noticed that in a bunch of the other different things. And that's my choice, right? That's my personal preference, that I think had the stage been more of a traditional stage with that circular backdrop out there, then everyone would have had a better view. But they've angled the theater like this, like a round. And so, depending on where you're sitting, it might not be the best view. Or you might miss parts of the show. I guess that's a reason to come back and see it again. So that's a minor point. The entertainment was very, very good. The food on board, very, very good. The ship itself is absolutely gorgeous. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the most personable captains you will ever meet. She walks around the ship. She goes to events. We saw her in the show, taking in the shows 3 separate times on board. And it's not like it's her first day. She's seen these shows before. She comes down and watches, and she interacts with everybody. She's no problem to Captain Kate with taking pictures. She did a special event in the jewelry shop explaining to everyone about the specific jewelry that was made for the Celebrity Edge. And then she had a picture event right afterwards. She had a question and answer seminar in the main theater, and she had a trivia section where everyone was trying to guess the trivia on her cat, Bug Naked. So absolutely the most I've ever seen any captain around a cruise ship, and who was very, very open to shaking hands or elbow or fist bump in this case, but during normal circumstances, right? And posing for pictures. Very personable, didn't rush, didn't try and get away, was very, very nice to everyone that I saw. So that in alone is a big, big perk to me when you really like the person in charge. And so, yes. Final quick assessment. This video is going on for a bit. I just wanted to say, would I sail on the Celebrity Edge again? Absolutely. Would I book a class if I could afford the suite class all the time? Absolutely. If I got a good deal on a suite class, would I upgrade? Yes. The restaurant, the retreat, and the size of the room really made the experience one that I won't soon forget, and will be hard to go back to a regular balcony now. And I was afraid that was going to happen. I'm on the Mardi Gras, I'm in a regular balcony. I'm on the Majestic Princess, I'm in a regular balcony. So I'm not going haywire, folks. This was a one-time back from cruising experience. But I just had to say, the Celebrity Edge is a beautiful, beautiful ship. Should you take her? Yes. Will you enjoy the ship? Yes. Are you looking for bells and whistles like flow riders and things like that? No. If you're looking for beautiful ship, great food, a good captain, fun entertainment, and really one of the most stunning ships out there as far as walking around and exploring, I think you will absolutely have a great time on the Celebrity Edge. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Or see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.